What's going on, everybody? It's Lechflan. I'm back here on YouTube. It's been about 2 or 3 weeks, and I do apologize. I've been pretty busy with the holidays, and yeah, I hope you guys had some safe, fun, and warm holidays as I have. And yeah, so I'll be back on YouTube as of now. I do have some other projects in mind. I have some future ghost ideas to upload to test around. And if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. But as of now, I'll be uploading a couple more vids, probably one per day. So yeah, let's get cracking. So the point of this video right now is going over perks that would not be as useful in hardcore as they would in core. I like to play hardcore modes, so I've been going around testing some different perks, and I want to show you how ineffective they would be in hardcore. And those would be, well, first off, let's go with some of the perks I put in the loadouts here. They would be steady aim, takedown, wiretap. I did a video on ICU back in November, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. But I'll be going over that again in this video. Ping. Then we have focus and dead eye. Don't pay attention to overkill. I just have that so I can fit the riot shield here while having the worst ranged SMG in the game, so that would be the CBJ MS. I've never even used that. So yeah, then I also want to go over the riot shield attachments, all 3 of them, and then I also want to go over blast shield versus danger close in hardcore. So let's get cracking, guys. Let's get started. Now, before I begin, I just want to mention that for those of you unfamiliar with hardcore, the premise is going to be a lot of different things. So first up, let me just enable it in this custom game mode, and you'll see, well, before I do that, I want to show you that you can still select all these other options here, but once I turn this on, it's going to lock a lot of other options. So friendly fire will always be enabled in hardcore. There is no radar in hardcore, so your upper left mini-map will not be active in the heads-up display, the HUD. Kill cam is also disabled, and minuscule health. So as far as I'm aware, you have 30 health rather than 100 in hardcore, and as I showed you in my previous ICU video, there is no health regeneration in hardcore. So there's gonna be a couple things you'll be seeing differently if you've never seen a hardcore game type before. So yeah, let's get started. The first 2 perks I want to demonstrate to you right now are wiretap and ping, and these are 2 brand new perks to Call of Duty. So wiretap allows you to utilize all active enemy and friendly SATCOMs on the field. So it's basically hacking SATCOMs in a way for 3 points, and then ping activates a sonar ping upon killing an enemy, revealing nearby hostiles. Now, I'll show you in a little bit why I feel that these are not as effective in hardcore. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the difference between core and hardcore is, well, you can tell already just by looking at the heads-up display. There is no mini-map, for one thing, and the lower right corner where you see how many bullets you have left and what your kill streak progress is not visible either. It does, however, show you the points in the lower left section, what game mode you're playing, and the kill feed will also show as well. But first off, I want to show you, at least from this range, that you can kill in pretty much 2 bullets or less in hardcore. So this is the silenced CBJ MS submachine gun, and that was 1 bullet. So there's that, and then as you can see in the upper right, the kill feed still shows. Alright, now to finally demonstrate wiretap and ping. So the top player has wiretap and ping, and I'm going to set down an enemy SATCOM. Now it won't work until I have my radar active, so right there you can see the radar sweep on the top, so that shows that the SATCOM is active. The enemy SATCOM is active, but it only works if I have a friendly SATCOM up. So now I'm going to show you ping. You'll see in the upper left that ripple effect. That only happens when a radar's up. Now, another thing I want to show you is that when you pause the game, there is no map. Unlike the other games like Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, if you pause the game, you can actually see the map. And one thing I did was, if someone was using an unsilenced weapon, that I could find out where they are on the map just by pausing it. A little cheap, but it was effective. So I guess Infinity Ward caught on to that and wanted to disable that for this game. This game's hardcore. Now, if you want me to justify why I feel both wiretap and ping aren't that effective, well, I mean, I already showed you, like, you need to have your SATCOM up for these perks to actually work. And, yeah, it's basically it. The majority of the time, you will not have your SATCOM up unless you're working with a team, or your enemy is going to be working with a team full of nothing but SATCOM users. But that can easily be negated by off the grid. So, I mean, there's honestly almost little to no point in using ping and wiretap in hardcore modes. So there you have it. Now the next perk I want to demonstrate is takedown. So what I'm going to do is have 9 enemy bots kill my my teammate. So, and I want to show you that there are no skulls in hardcore. That would be the point of this. So what I'm going to do is, after the next enemy kills my teammate, I'm going to end the game and then we'll watch the kill cam. See, there's no skull, and then we'll watch the kill cam. The final kill cam, which will show all the perks the enemy would have. And chances are takedown wouldn't be in it, so as you can see, there's no takedown. I didn't see a skull anywhere. I was sitting there in the restaurant where it says the U arrow, so yeah. So takedown is useless in hardcore. Now the next perk I want to show you is actually Deadeye. I plan to make a full video on this at some point, but the description reads, consecutive kills increase the chance to deal more damage with bullet weapons. Now that sounds like stopping power in a way, but it's more of a chance for stopping power to activate. So I'll go over that in another video, but the reason why I feel this is less effective in hardcore is because of the lesser health that players have. So I'll show you that right now. As I'll show you later in the ICU bit, basically with the low amount of health, there's really no point in having takedown. Like, from this distance, this should be about 2 shots to hopefully the legs. So let's do 1 shot. 2 shots, and then yeah. So I mean, with this, you know, this very low range SMG, the CBJ MS, with the silencer on no less, I could kill an enemy from the distance with 2 shots. So there's almost no point in having Deadeye. I mean, if it did activate, it would probably kill the enemy in 1 shot because, you know, you only have 30 health in hardcore. But yeah, honestly, I wouldn't use those 5 points for hardcore. I would rather use them for something like blast shield or amplifier or something like that. So there you have it. Now the next thing I want to demonstrate is ICU, and I believe the best way to do this would be to take some damage from a falling damageable height. Oh, whoa, that actually killed me. Alright, let's try a different one. Actually, you know what? Let me try not jumping this time and just, you know, straight falling. That should be enough to damage me. So, rather than killing me, so let's see. So right there, I should have taken, you know, a good amount of damage. ICU would have me recover right about, maybe now. Maybe about now. In core without ICU, I would have recovered, so yeah, so let's see. And yeah, I died. So yeah, ICU is useless because there is no health regen in hardcore. Alright, just to show you another take on ICU, but instead of fall damage, this time with bullet damage. Yeah, I'll be using the CBJ MS with the silencer from this range. So let's get 1 shot in around the leg. Wait a little bit. should be recovered by now, right? Alright, so let's try this again. And there you have it. So at this range, it would kill in 2 bullets. So yeah, without health regen, you know, ICU is hands down useless in hardcore. Now, I did a video on this before regarding the focus perk on sniper rifles, and for those of you not familiar with focus, it's basically toughness from Black Ops 2, where if you get shot, you flinch a lot less. But the added benefit of focus in this game is that the idle sway of your weapon while, you know, aiming down sights is less than it would be without it. So the top has L115 chrome barrel and with focus, and then the bottom has L115 no focus, no chrome barrel. So for those of you not familiar with the chrome barrel as well, the chrome barrel not only increases the hit multipliers on body parts to basically making it stopping power, it also increases the idle sway. So they're pretty comparable. Like the sway is pretty much the same. It's a bit slower with focus on with the chrome barrel, surprisingly, but if I didn't have focus on, the sway range would be much larger and it would be faster too. So there you have it. Focus, the reason why I added it in this video is because I feel like the flinch aspect of focus is kind of pointless, since you can die in like 2 or 3 bullets. So, well, I would say mainly 2 bullets in hardcore. So honestly, really no point in focus unless you want the less idle sway on your weapons. So now what I want to show you are explosive damage. So the bottom player has blast shield, and the top right now doesn't have danger close. So this is going to be nothing versus blast shield. So the top player has a bunch of explosives. Let's put a noob tube right next to this character with a blast shield, and surprisingly, he lives. It's basically as effective as Flak Jacket would be in Black Ops 1 and 2. So let's move on into another segment. This segment will have me using a non-danger close Panzerfaust on a blast shield user. Now, for those of you not familiar with the Panzerfaust, it's pretty much the RPG where it's I would say, statistically the strongest launcher, or not just strong, but also having, you know, a crazy range. I'm going to shoot the Panzerfaust right at the feet of the blast shield user, and he lives in hardcore. Alright, so now I'm going to be doing danger close versus blast shield. I made sure to kill both players just to make sure that they regenerate with the max health in hardcore. So, as you saw previously, a blast shield user can survive a non-danger close explosive. So let's aim this noob tube right at the blast shield user's feet. Killed in one shot. Awesome. And then the Panzerfaust, I'm not gonna aim it at the user's feet because I'm pretty sure it's gonna kill in one hit with danger close. So I'm gonna aim it kind of right around here, and we'll see what happens. Yep. So danger close is pretty damn effective. Honestly, I didn't think this would be the case in hardcore, because damn, I really thought that you could still play the game without blast shield. I mean, without danger close against a blast shield player, but I guess I proved myself wrong here. So danger close is still pretty effective in hardcore. Now, please bear with me here, as I'm going to have a little trouble explaining this. The reason why I have steady aim in this video is that, well, it's not because it's ineffective or useless in hardcore, because it's still programmed to be a viable perk in hardcore. It's just that without the crosshairs, which a lot of people like to use it's going to make hip firing a lot harder for those that like to hip fire. So I just want to show you that, well, for the top player has steady aim, the bottom player does not, so I'm just going to show you like where all the bullets kind of land. Yeah, as you can see from the top player's shots, they're all pretty much, they're very, very in a tight circle, and in the bottom player's shots, they're a bit more spread out. So I just want to show you that they do work, but I'm just saying that for someone that finds, you know, hardcore really out of their element and really rely on crosshairs, that, you know, steady aim probably wouldn't be that. You could probably spend those 2 points in something else that you might find more useful for you, especially if you like to hip fire a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that steady aim does work. It's not useless or ineffective in hardcore, but once again, if you like to use crosshairs, I would suggest using something else. Okay, so now this last bit I want to show you are the 3 different riot shield attachments. 2 of them regard the radar. So as I showed you previously in the wiretap ping and, you know, my justification for why I wouldn't use them in hardcore, it's the same reason why I would not suggest using the radar and the scrambler attachments for the riot shield. So pretty much without having a mini-map, the radar is kind of useless. So the scrambler. So yeah, once again the scrambler. Well, I mean the scrambler only can be useful if your enemy teammates will have, you know, SATCOM and you're right by one of them. But then again, the radius of the scrambler is still small enough that, you know, it's not going to be that effective. So personally, in hardcore, I would just use the faster melee, get that going on. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just want to say, you know, thanks for watching, guys. You know, it's been a while. Happy holidays, hope once again, and yeah. If you guys, you know, suggest more things for me to work on in testing, you know, I'm more than happy to do that. Let me know what's up in the comment section, and let me know if you like what you saw. So if you learned something useful, please hit that like button and subscribe for future gaming and entertainment content. Once again, Lecheflan is back, and I'm out for this video. Thanks.